Good morning, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. At this time, I would ask that you please remain standing for the presentation of our colors by our Nashua Air Force JROTC Color Guard students and the singing of the national anthem by our senior chorus students. The senior chorus students would please come to the front.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to our Nashua North JROTC Color Guard and chorus students for a wonderful job. All right, please be seated. Again, welcome everyone to the final commencement exercises for the class of 2019. My name is Nate Burns, and I'm the proud principal of Nashua High School North. Today is a very special day for our graduates and their families. Thank you for all being here to share in this ceremony to honor all of them. Before we begin, I would like to wish a happy Father's Day to all of our fathers in the audience. I would like to begin by introducing everyone on stage with me today. I'd like to introduce the Mayor, Honorable Jim Donchis, Board of Ed President Heather Raymond, Board of Ed members Dorothy Oden, Ray Gorino, Susan Porter, and Gloria Timmons, from our central office, Superintendent Dr. Jamal Mosley, and our Assistant Superintendent, Donna Fitzpatrick. Next, I would like to welcome and introduce members of our school that are celebrating with us today. Assistant principals Jason Lonergan, Heather McKillop, Sharon Wilson, and Michael Whitehead. Co-director of the Nashua Technology Center and CTE, Amanda Bastoni. And to all of those who have worked tirelessly to put this ceremony together for today, especially my administrative assistant, Lisa Serrard. Our students joining me on stage today are Valedictorian and Class Vice President, Rashika Yadav. Our Salutatorian, Varun Lingadal. Your Senior Class President, Patrick Gillis. Class Secretary, Martin Flaherty. Class Treasurer, Hannah Flaherty. Our student speaker, Gideon Prince. Today's faculty speaker, Andy Otaka. Our senior class advisor, MJ Flanagan. Our assistant senior class advisor, Kristen Elsperman. Joining our graduates on the floor today is the faculty and staff of Nashua High School North. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of them in attendance today to share in this ceremony for our students, and your support and dedication for our students is appreciated. Our music today is the result of all the hard work of our band students under the direction today of Kristen Olson. Lastly, and most important, the reason we are here today, I proudly introduce to you the Nashua High School North class of 2019. At this time, I would like to ask all the students that plan to enter the service to our country in the coming year to please stand and allow us to show our gratitude towards you. As a high school principal, there is no greater privilege than to stand here one last time with you, the graduating class of 2019. I applaud you for all your efforts and wish you the best of luck moving forward in life as you move on to college, the military, or into the workforce. Class of 2019, your time at Nashua North has been special, and I urge you to look back on those 4 years and recall all the opportunities and special moments that you were a part of during your time at North. Many of you took the opportunity to support your favorite teams and friends in the Titan territory. You attended and participated in chorus and band concerts, performed in the school musical, Bye Bye Birdie, and also built upon the ideas of Senior Night Live and created an amazing show. Today, you begin the rest of your journey through life as a graduate. The future is yours to seize. You've got to believe in yourself and make the most of every opportunity that comes in front of you. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, what lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. Congratulations, class of 2019. Thank you for your wonderful memories, and I wish you the best in whatever endeavors you may choose. North will always be there for you. Each and every one of you bleeds blue and will always be a Titan. At this time, I would like to call to the podium our class of 2019 Nashua High School North Salutatorian, attending Dartmouth College, Varun Lingadal.
Hello, class of 2019. I would like to first say welcome to all of the family, teachers, faculty, staff, and friends who are here today. Thank you for being here to mark this celebration with Nashua North's class of 2019. Each of you have played a profound role in our development as students and individuals, and we recognize the importance of you being with us today. It is an honor to be able to deliver this message, and as such, I spent the past 24 hours stressing over what exactly to say. As I pondered over what sums up the experiences of our high school careers, I decided to settle on this. Life is a crazy ride, and nothing is guaranteed. The past has been a gift, and there are times you should cherish. No matter the hands you've been dealt in life, you've been able to forge new memories and create new friendships that will last a lifetime. People say high school is the best 4 years of your lives, and I hope this is very much true for all of you. Despite this, however, it is not the end. There is still so much life ahead for all of us, and I encourage you all to forge ahead into the unknown and achieve bigger and better things. Always strive for more, and never settle with having your best behind you. As we make our exodus from Nashua North, a place that has been our second home for the past 4 years, we will be finding ourselves in a world that is constantly changing. After spending these years together, we will all be going our separate years, some of us pursuing college, others enlisting in the military, and others entering the labor force. I am unwaveringly confident, however, that our years at North will have prepared us for our respective futures. Each of you sitting here today has surmounted difficulties to reach this point, to have finally gained your high school diploma. The future will not always be smooth sailing either, but the passion, resilience, and drive to succeed that we have cultivated here will help us persevere to achieve our goals. The memories of Nashua North come full circle today. Whether it be unique moments in the classroom with friends, or at prom or Battle of the Bridge, or even in E-Block playing ping pong and card games, shout out to Mrs. M's E-Block. The experiences we have shared at North will always be a part of us together forever. And finally, I'd like to express my gratitude to those who are here with us today. Parents, teachers, family, and friends, you have been with us through it all. You have supported us through our highs and our lows, and helped us grow from little children, not even able to feed ourselves, into the strong, capable individuals sitting before you today. Today is not just a celebration of us reaching a milestone, but also a celebration of the culmination of hard work and countless hours you have put in to help us reach this point. You have done more for our future than we can possibly realize, and you have pushed us to be the best we can be. And so, class of 2019, I encourage you to challenge yourself and others around you. Set a high standard for yourself, and push yourself to exceed it. Lead by example. Push others to reach for their potential, and let them be inspired by what you have accomplished. It's our time now, and I could not be prouder to have shared the past 4 years with this collection of individuals. So go out and conquer the world. Remember to bleed blue and make North proud.
Next, I'd like to call to the podium our class of 2019 Nashua High School North valedictorian attending UCLA, Rashika Yadav.
Good afternoon, class of 2019, and a warm welcome to the faculty, family, and friends in the arena here to celebrate such an incredible achievement. Doesn't it feel like just yesterday that we were walking through the entrance, surrounded by daunting upperclassmen in bright bluefish t-shirts? Not too long after, we were going to the first football game, the first Titan Mentors group, the first high school dance. And over these 4 years, we made some of the best memories of our lives, some of which should probably be kept to ourselves. I've spoken in front of all of you before, at our class assemblies with Pat, Hannah, and Martin by my side. But that was about dances, fundraisers, senior week, prom, all amazing events that are now precious memories. And this time, I wanted to talk about the future, about the world as a whole. Now, I'm 18, just like most of you, and I don't have any more life experience than you, and certainly not the same experiences. Sorry, they're not in order. But we all grew up together and we spent time with each other. We won together, we lost together. Yeah, the Battle of the Bridge kind of sucks sometimes. We celebrated together and we grew together as people. And now, as we get ready to part ways, there are some things I'd like you to keep in mind. As Cinderella once sang, "A dream is a wish your heart makes." As I look into each of your faces, I see hope. I know you all have dreams, plans, goals, and no, I don't mean the short-lived, I'm gonna go to the gym this year that we all make on January 1st. Perhaps you're going into the military, joining the workforce, or continuing education in college. No matter what your goals are, you must turn them into plans, and plans into actions. Pursue what you really love, and work hard to make your dreams a reality. There will be times when you want to give up, and when you question, is this worth it? I promise you, just keep going. In the wise words of Oprah Winfrey, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. The way you think can and will affect your success. You've made it this far, and sure, you may have thought once in a while, I can't do this. But what did you do? You pushed through it, you made it to this arena, and no matter the difficulties, you kept going. Our lives are just beginning, and no matter the people who don't believe, we must keep going now more than ever. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. Steve Jobs. Our world needs help in a variety of aspects, and our generation is next in line. From protecting and preserving the earth, to standing up for what you believe in, to pursuing a career in what you love, you can make a difference. To future teachers, nurses, lawyers, scientists, military personnel, engineers, writers, politicians, and doctors, you have the power to impact the lives of others. You have the power to change the way the world works, and you just need to speak up, fight, and keep going. Drake said, never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart. You will have days when you feel on top of the world, and other days when you wish you could just start over. But instead of dwelling on the past and what could have been, pick yourself up and learn from your mistakes. Use them to make yourself better, whether this means at home, in class, or on the job. And when things are going great, always remember how you got there. Remember the people, the experiences, the hardships, and sit down and be humble. Take a moment to look around you. Find your parents, family, friends in the crowd. Wave to them. Send them a kiss. Recognize all the time and love that they've put into you, and that they're a major part of the reason you're here today, about to walk across the stage to a new chapter in your life. They are the reason you keep going. Now, this whole time I've been talking about what to do in the future, what we've done in the past, but what about right now? As you've often heard, the present is a gift. And for this, I give you an Alicia Keys quote. Be driven, be focused, but enjoy every moment because it only happens once. You can dwell on the past or you can plan for the future, or you can enjoy what's in front of you. But when you look back on your life, I don't ever want you to wish that you had taken that chance, applied for that job, flirted with that attractive person. Take every opportunity that comes your way and live in the present and keep going. In the most viral speech of the year, which I'm sure is not this one, Tom Brady said, one day you will look back on your life and appreciate the struggle and have nothing but gratitude for everything that happened along the way. If there's anything to learn from Tom Brady, it's that nothing is ever enough and you don't stop working for what you love. No matter how successful you become, and I'm sure all of you will in your own ways, you need to continue to work harder. Work meticulously, and at the same time, enjoy what you've got. The last point I want to leave you with is to please never stop learning. Over the last few minutes, I've shared famous quotes from artists, professional athletes, and influencers, and my hope is that some of my thoughts cling to you the way that your memories will cling to me. Take what you have learned over the past few years, advance it, and apply it to the rest of your life. Not just what you learned in school, but from the people you grew up with and the place that we're lucky to call home. After all, in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Keep learning from others that you encounter in the future, but most importantly, learn from yourself. Start with the man in the mirror. Become a better person. Change your life and the lives of those around you. Do your part to make the world a better place. Travis Scott said in an interview, everybody just has different steps in their life that they take to do what they should. There are millions of ways to live, and no way is necessarily wrong and no way is necessarily right. But there is only one way to be you, and I hope that you will never stop being you. I hope that you will make a difference and spread the love. Because despite the difficulties, despite the long nights and the personal setbacks, you are here, you kept going, and you will keep going. Our paths will continue to cross one another, and this certainly isn't goodbye. Thank you for the unforgettable memories, and in the fitting line from Panic at the Disco, "Hey, look, Ma, we made it."
Our student speaker today, attending Seton Hall, Gideon Prince.
Hello, fellow classmates, parents, family, graduates, faculty, and staff, and friends. I would like to address the values that we, as members of 2019 graduating class, need to take with us in our future endeavors. I encourage you to understand the values of your words and your actions. Today, we live in a society where shootings are a common thing. Today, we live in a society where the color of one's skin is a cry to live, and the color of a shirt might denote membership in a gang or a hate group. Racism still lives in the heart of many Americans who feel that the skin and religion denotes more about who you are than our character does. Don't get me wrong, we come a long way, and racism in America in many ways is on declining. Many African Americans, white Americans often call themselves friends, family, and co-workers. Today, Americans believe that anyone can become president. That is true due to the election of former President Barack Obama, who would have thought 50 years ago that a black man would ever be elected in America, not once, but twice. Much of this progress is thanks and gratitude by the work of Dr. Martin Luther King. His fight for racial equality not only impacted the lives of Americans in the 60s, but the lives of Americans this year. The legacy lives on today. I was born in a small town in Ethiopia. At the age of 6 months, my mother passed away, and my father left me and my sister. My oldest sister raised me until she had to go to college and get an education. Then my grandmother took me and my other sister in. When I was 5, my grandmother passed away. 3 months later, I ended up in an orphanage. 2 years, watching my closest friends leave one after another, and finally, it was my turn. I was adopted and welcomed with open arms into a white American household. Today, I have 2 brothers and a sister named Brenna and Andre. I have 2 loving parents, David and Sonia. Happy Father's Day, David. Today, I have 2 sets of grandparents, one in Canada and one in Maine. I am part of Dr. King's legacy. I can say that his dream has come true because black boys and black girls can call white boys and white girls brothers and sisters. Today, a black boy can call 2 white adults his mother and father, their parents, grandfather, and grandmother. I am just one example of Dr. King's dream, a dream in which black folks and white folks, old and new, can call each other friends, family, and neighbors, and classmates. This was a dream so improbable during his short lifetime, it was illegal. In many places, blacks and whites could not live together, go to school together, or even get married. Dr. King lost his life urging the nation to unite and make his promise of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution come to fruition for all Americans, regardless of race. Dr. King's work was not limited just to the United States. His influence on those living in other countries where racism was hindering prosperity. For example, he influenced the former president, Nelson Mandela, who ended the systematic oppression of blacks in South Africa known as apartheid. Sadly, many in my generation have forgotten what the other generations before them suffered through. My generation's growing up in a society where we have freedom that African Americans before us never had. My generation's vital their freedom, suffering from lack of awareness around us that we have forgotten what our parents went through. However, my generation is also known the most accepting generation ever in American history. In our school, we can proudly say that we accept both gays, whites, and transgenders, and people from over 30 different ethnic groups. Despite our tolerance, many of us, regardless of color, accept words that are considered derogatory. Those words, nigger and nigga, and other derogatory words roll off their tongues like water from a cliff. Sadly, they believe they own it by using it. However, in many ways, it just perpetuates a negative stereotype and keeping the flame of bigotry burning. Hip-hop and rap artists gave rise to these usage of the words nigger, nigga, and popularized them with youth today. Does that expropriate the word and help shed the violence and hatred that came with it? I don't think so. Please think about the meaning of words before you use them. My fellow classmates, you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be athletic or be good-looking like me. I share with you my life story because it is impacted by one man who had a dream that one day African Americans and white Americans will be treated equally. Dr. King believed in his dream that he was willing to risk his life. In the end, he paid the ultimate price. Because of Martin Luther King, dreams and aspiration, we too can have our own dreams, and important to continue his legacy for future generations to dream too. We will face challenges, we will face people who will try to bring us down. We will fail, but that's okay, because with failure comes opportunity to learn from our mistakes. My dear classmate graduating in 2019, as we enter in the real world, we will constantly face challenges, hardships, but you must always remember that no matter how tiny your voice is, no matter what your ethnicity is or your color, you have the power to make a positive impact in your community and around the world. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Thank you.
All right, next is our faculty speaker, selected by the class of 2019. Please welcome Mr. Andy Otaka.
They didn't tell me I was following Gideon. About a week ago, my head teacher asked me if I was nervous about speaking here in front of you all today. And the answer is yes. You see, I'm an expert at making a fool out of myself, but that's generally in front of like 20 to 30 teenagers at a time. This is different, but we'll see. On a more serious note, thank you, class of 2019, for inviting me. Being here before you today is one of the greatest professional honors a teacher could ever hope for. I only hope that I can do justice to your individual and collective efforts. I suppose you asked because maybe I have some perspective on how you got here. Okay? Here's what I came up with. We have 380 graduates here today. Okay? We have 380 different stories. You have all taken your own paths to get here. However, each of you has something in common, and it's not just being a Titan. You all overcame obstacles to get here. Each of you conquered those obstacles, and doing that is what made you into who you are today. Now, I have in mind two students. These are Titans from years past. Like you, both of them overcame obstacles. I'd like to share part of their stories quickly. Maybe they sound like yours. The first story is about a young woman whom I taught in my first AP class. Many people think that AP kids have it made. They tend to be good at school, they know how to make the system work, but they don't have it easy. They experience high expectations and pressure to succeed. Many of them sacrifice a lot. Anyway, this young woman's father worked for a corporation based in Taiwan, halfway around the world. In early November, she comes to me and says, I'm going to be missing the week before Christmas. I have an internship at my dad's headquarters. I'm like, okay. She's an amazing student, so I said, I'll see you after Christmas. Okay? Christmas came and went. She returned to class. I said, how'd it go? She goes, my written Chinese is really, really good, but when I got there, I realized I couldn't speak it, but I fixed that. Excuse me? Are you telling me you learned a language in 7 days? Yeah, why? Oh. As amazing as that is to me, that was one of her obstacles. She learned Chinese in 7 days. She overcame it, she moved on. Second story is about a young man. I taught him about the same time as this young woman, but he was very, very different from her. Okay? The academic part of school was a gigantic challenge. At best, it was a nuisance. At worst, it was the factor that had the potential to push this young man into a rage, and I mean rage. He was angry at everyone and everything. I learned that he had never met his father, and despite her best efforts, his mom had a hard time putting the necessities together for him. I once had to step in between him and this other kid in my class. The crime? Well, he looked at me. Not he looked at me funny, just he looked at me. This young man's challenge wasn't learning how to speak Chinese, it was learning how to survive in the world. He graduated, like you're about to, much through the grace of his teachers. Not long afterwards, though, I saw him working at one of our local supermarkets, and I asked him, how are things going? He goes, it's great, and they're giving me more hours every month. Before Christmas, he got promoted. I saw him again. He told me that for the first time in his life, he could buy gifts for his mom and his girlfriend. Kid's 19, 20 years old, but I saw something, accomplishment, self-worth that had never been there before. He fought his way through high school, and I mean sometimes, guys, he fought his way through high school. But he got to a better place, he made a better life. He overcame obstacles, went on to bigger and better things. So now, which one of these stories is more important or more impressive? Trick question. Neither is. They're equal, of course. Your stories, class of 2019, are also all equal. There are no small victories in this group of graduates, and none of you have gotten here without overcoming something. You are all essential pieces of your class. Without each of you, the picture is incomplete. I am blessed to be one of the adults who can say I knew some of you on the way. Now, about 6 months ago, I saw the young man in the supermarket again, only this time, he wasn't working. He was cashing a check. He told me he had a new, better paying job he got in his own apartment. I asked what he was doing, and he told me he's installing installation. Being a parent, I asked if he was wearing a breathing filter at work. He looked at me and said, oh yeah, Mr. O, I always wear the filter. I gotta stay healthy. I got things to do. He had things to do. So do you, class of 2019. The only thing I can tell you about your future is that it's got more obstacles in it. But I know that you will overcome them. After all, you've proven you can. You are here. Go overcome. Good luck and God bless.
I'd now like to call to the podium our class president, attending Dartmouth College, Patrick Gillis.
Good afternoon, and thank you for traveling, no matter how far, to support the whole Nashua North class of 2019 on our high school graduation. For all of us, this is pretty surreal. For some, it might be the last time we see the teachers whose classrooms were a safe haven for skipping a dreaded fourth block class, or the last time we see the friends that we sat in class together with for 4, 7, even 12 plus years, and with whom we've built immeasurable bonds. Needless to say, today is a pretty special day, and the ocean of faces in the audience certainly proves this to be true. So thank you again for coming. I thought for a while about the subjects I could brush the surface on while delivering this speech. I could be cliche and tell everyone sitting here today about the tremendous impact that this class of almost 400 students will have on the world, which, don't get me wrong, I wholeheartedly believe will happen. But I think we all know that, and restating that over and over again might just make your ears bleed. So I decided to take a new approach and touch on some items I think are important for all of us to recognize and consider before taking a giant leap into the real world, and maybe a little bit about how attending Nashua North has been involved in that. So, first and foremost, embrace and discover what makes people different. I'll never forget walking into North on the first day of school for all students and being taken back by how many different types of people were all contained in one building, all from the same half of one city, and all with the same goal of attending and completing high school. I'll never forget the stories people brought with them at such a young age. The ones about divorce, abuse, homelessness, neglect, but also the ones about kinship, reconnecting ties, and overcoming adversity. It is up to all of us to go about our lives, always questioning and inquiring about people's varied backgrounds, experiences, and what makes them unique. There's a whole lot to learn and a whole lot of people out there to love. Embracing diversity makes that all just a little bit easier. No, we might not have attended the top-ranked school in New Hampshire, but following graduation, we Titans carry with us a distinct understanding that many other young people don't, and that's cultural competence. We've all come from entirely different backgrounds, disadvantageous, affluent, and everything in between. But throughout the 4 years here, I've noticed that none of these labels have really mattered. We're a special, accepting class, the class of 2019, and for that, I'm both honored and proud to have grown up with all of you. And on that note, I'd like to share something with all of you that really hits home to me, and it's probably one of the most impactful, frightening statements that I'll ever make. Though I know how accepting many of my classmates and community members are, my own insecurities and social stigmas have prevented me from fully accessing this part of myself, and have ultimately prevented me from being who I truly am for all these years. So for everyone out there, except for a few close friends and family that I've already told, I'm coming out to you to say that, well, that I'm attracted to guys, which, even though I'm which, even though I'm still trying to get comfortable using the word, kinda sorta means I'm gay. The last thing I would want for delivering this speech is to make it about me, because, of course, this is all of our graduations. But I think there's some potential to learn from this. So, if you take anything from this statement, let it be that no matter how put together someone might seem, and no matter what kind of persona people make known to the world, you never know what they may be struggling with on a day-to-day basis. For me, it's largely been my sexuality, but today, I say no more. No more hiding, no more putting on a fake face, and no more being insecure of what others think. So please, whatever you do going forward, be yourself. And always be kind to other people, even the ones you might think need the least support. And certainly, without a doubt, find peace in what makes you you, because it can really change your life for the better. This is personally what I needed to get off my chest to truly flip the page to the next chapter of my life. So if there's anything preventing any of you from doing the same, do not let it. Forge your way into the world and be a beacon of light on your own personalized path while doing so. From extensive participation in different clubs, to a record-setting number of prom ticket sales, to the many laughs we've given teachers in our tight-knit classes, the Nashua North class of 2019 has left a considerable mark on our school and community. I have no doubt that in just a few years, we will all, individually, leave a similar mark in our future communities and families, and at our future universities and workplaces. So let's get excited for the next chapters, like we were while entering North for the first time on Bluefish Day in 2014. Let's be inclusive to others, like we were with the dinky little freshmen during our sophomore year at the freshman-sophomore semi-formal dance. Let's be team players, like the state championship winning Nashua North boys indoor track team in 2017. Let's step out of our comfort zones like we did while auditioning for and performing our senior class play, A Twist on Saturday Night Live. And let's achieve and succeed like we've all done here today as high school graduates. In closing, I want to thank the teachers, administrators, secretaries, lunch ladies, custodians, and especially the students for providing this class with some of the best memories of our lives. My high school experience and future plans would never have been made possible without literally all of you. So please allow me to reiterate the dedication I wrote for our yearbook. It reads, following graduation, whether it be for a job interview, relationship, college seminar, or any other part of your life, always recognize your inferiority in situations. Once this inferiority is realized, search for ways to flip that switch and make it a superiority. If there's one early life lesson that North has taught me, it's that you have the control of your life, regardless if your parents made $20,000 or $120,000. And since it's so clear many of us are going off to do big things, go put Nashua on the map. And while doing so, always remember it's cooler up north. I want to especially thank my mother who, by herself, raised this beautiful specimen standing in front of you. And to my brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, and the rest of my family for all the support. I'd also like to thank Mr. Burns for being not only the best principal this school could have had, but for being a genuine leader and amazing person. And thank you to Mrs. Flanagan, because she's been family to me these past 4 years as a student activities director and is one of the most hardworking, welcoming women that you'll ever meet. And thank you, class of 2019, for giving me the opportunity to serve as class president for the past 4 years. We've grown to become family at our home away from home, and I have nothing but love for all of you. It's been one hell of a ride, but remember, all of our rides are just beginning. So now, let's go do our jobs, and let's go make this world a better place. Thank you.
At this time, we ask that you sit back and enjoy the senior class slideshow designed by Sarah St. Pierre. Graduates, you can move to the sides to get a better view.
Let it go, let it roll right off your shoulder, don't you know? The hardest part is over, let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. Let it slide. Let your troubles fall behind you. Let it shine till you feel it all around you. And I don't mind if it's me you need to turn to. We'll get by. It's the heart that really matters in the end. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders. I'm gonna need you to raise your glass. I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. And we all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hopped the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. So here's to the cheap sunglasses, Red Bull and minivans, and people who had your back when the world didn't understand. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. Where we go, we always find a way back home. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. When time's losing, we're losing touch and fading away, we'll still be raising our cups to the same damn thing. Oh no, this city won't change us. 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 Won't change us. Hey, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. No matter where we go, we always find our way back home. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. No matter where we go, we always find our way back home. La da 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 da. No matter where we go, we always find our way back home. We always find our way back home. Yeah, we always find our way back home.
We will now begin the moment you've all been waiting for, the conferring of the diplomas. I'll ask the seniors on the stage to take their places, and we will begin with their names first. As a reminder to the audience, please be respectful as names are read so that each senior is able to enjoy their moment. Assisting in handing out diplomas will be Superintendent Dr. Jamal Mosley and Assistant Superintendent Donna Fitzpatrick. Joining our senior class officers on the floor will be your senior class advisor, Chris Elsperman, and Student Activities Coordinator, MJ Flanagan. Assisting me reading names today will be our assistant principals, beginning with Ms. Sharon Wilson. Ms. Wilson will begin with the students on the stage.
Rashika Yadav. Varun Lingadal. Patrick Gillis. Martin Flaherty. Hannah Flaherty. Gideon Prince. Yuri Abreu. Benjamin Adams. Zarita Adnan. Daniel Ahmed. Areli Alago. Lexi Alice. Anthony Alicia. Ivan Alicia Davidson. Christiana Algarin. Grace Allen. Zachary Almeida. DeMarco Almonte. Maria Alton. Hannah Anderson. John Asensio Velez. Vanessa Alt. Jillian Ayotte. Jordan Ayotte. Dylan Bailey. Nikhil Bala. Joseph Balkin. Emma Balsamo. Christian Balonga. Joseph Berman. Ryan Barabee. Samantha Blaze. Nathan Boardman. Alan Bolduck. James Bolton Jr. Jacob Boria. Parker Bosch. Colby Boodle. Ariana Braccio. Bailey Brackett. Michaela Breslin. Rylan Brito. Logan Broder. Oh, sorry. Andrew Canarelli. Kara Cardinal. Beatrice Carria. Jesse Karen. Matthew Karen. Molly Karen. Rashid Carpenter. Catherine Carr. Sarah Carroll. Hannah Casey. Lolita Castaneda. Abigail Catalano. Stella Santani. Fernando Chavez. Jose Chavera. Hunter Chenard. Nathan Chisholm. Harley Ciardi. James Clegg. Jack Clausen. Kateri Coffey. Morellis Colon Morel. Sienna Concepcion. Nicholas Conroy. Kiana Kreiner. Mia Cruz. Amber Courier. Shannon DaCosta. Sean DaCosta. Griffin Dane. Zaria Dantzler. Bridget Deck. Braylon Del Rio Castillo. Tristan Del Cima. Brennan Desitel. Alexander Deshaw. Jacqueline DeRozier. Spencer DeRozier. Samantha Dujesse. Nikki Dion. I would now like to call up to the podium Assistant Principal Michael Whitehead Jr.
Matthew Dalvins. Ariana Dominguez Baptista. Alyssa Dunnigy. Caitlin Donnelly. Andrew Doval. Tyler Downing. Joshua Drake. Faith Drinko. Evelyn Doobie. Ethan Duncan. Maria Durant. Bryce Eckenrode. Kaylee Eckenrode. Caitlin Edwards. Danielle Eicher. Hannah English. Linus Eckerson. Hayam Esteber. Matthew Escanas. Cheyenne Evans. Zoe Evans. Robert Farina. Hannah Farley. Wilman Fernandez II. Thiago Ferreira. Amy Figueroa. Cody Fleming. Anthony Forgione. Hannah Fortin. Janae Freeman. Savannah Frost. Amber Fuller. Brendan Gaffney. Jasmine Gagnon. Julia Gagnon. Cody Gallant. Anthony Gillenaro. Fortaleza Garcia de Los Angeles. Isabel Gates. Jack Gauthier. Brandon Gades. Taylor Jagir. Mitchell Gilchrist. Aiden Gillis. George Giraldo. Lily Gerard. Destiny Gonzalez. Eliza Gonzalez. Jose Gonzalez Diaz. Anthony Goulet. Shannon Grady. Grace Greenaway. Reese Greenleaf. Alora Gregoire. Annabelle Gregory. Madeline Griffiths. Jessica Gonzalez Fuertes. Kevin Guerrero Campas. Kimberly Guerrero Campas. Andreas Guerrero Ramirez. Adriana Gutierrez. Patrick Gutierrez. Rivaldo Gutierrez. David Guzman. Austin Hall. Alexandra Hall Lavoie. Campbell Holler. Isan Hamaroon. Adam Hassani. Eliana Hilario. Olivia Hilger. Jarrett Hillard. Atlanta Ho. Rachel Holden. Michael Holland. Catherine Holloran. Julia Hoprich. Caitlin Houle. Cody Houston. Kaylee Hubbard. Brandon Hugh Jr. Jacob Hughes. Holly Husak. Carson Hunt. Zachary Iannone. Christopher Inzerillo. Tara Ireland. Nicholas Jackson. Jessica Jaquise. Hassan Jaffrey. Noah Jenkins. Ronan Johnston. Anthony Jones. Tristan Joyce. Jessica Lafka. Nicholas Kelly. Trevor Kelly. Brandon Kimbrough. Rebecca Kissel. Eric Crahan Bull. I'll now pass it over to Assistant Principal Jason Lolligan, L through P.
Aaron Labarera. Taylor Lacasse. Thomas Lacey. Morgan LaForge. Justin LaFrance. Hannah LaLiberty. Anthony LaMontagne. Adam Landry. John Langenfeld. Ashley Langlois. Michelle Larrivee. Stephen Larkin Jr. Bria LaRoche. Tasha LaRoche Ledoux. Hope Lobenthal. Sebastian Lee. Michael Lemon Jr., Tristan Lassard, Calvin LeVake, Larissa Linz, Nathan L'Italian, Janessa Lofton, Elena Longden, Alexander Lopez, Raquel Lopez, Samuel Lucraft, Michael Lovelace, Jeannie Liu, Aniana Luna, Catherine Lynn, Giovanni Marcello, Karen McWilliams, Megan Magner, Kira Mahaney, Murray Mahoney, Kevin Maldonado, Nathan Malorzo, Colin Manning, Leandra Marchand, Daniel Marino, Samuel Marmol, Emerson Martin, Talia Martin, Brenda Martinez, Emily Martinez, Batul Martini, Steve Boidu, Isaiah McConney, Joshua McElligott, Thomas McGreevy III, Alan McPhee, Joseph Medina Arias, Rosario Mija Garcia, Sarah Mealy, Callie Mills, Kateria Montero Rivera, Brian Montminy, Julia Morera Santos, Jacob Morin, Joshua Morin, Mackenzie Morse, Josiah Mota, Ariana Motivala, Pamela Moser, Donovan Mozetta, Isidro Murillo, Giovanni Navarrete, Faith Dedu, Alex Wen, Tiffany Wen, Isabella Nunes. Jose Abel Nunez Guzman. Christian O'Brien. Jennifer Ocampo. Annabelle Olson. Kirsten Oliver. Tavon Olson. Skylar Ordway. Sarah Willette. Austin Willette. Catherine Page. Jessica Maria Palacios. Janessa Palmieri. Christopher Paluzzi. Elise Paquin. Maggie Pare. Samantha Parker. Quentin Parker Horvath. Vladimir Paulino. Sitlali Pesh. Alan Perez. Angela Perez. Jamie Lee Placencia. Carlos Perez Pedroza. Michael Powell. Samuel Power. Brenna Prince. Vincent Priori. Abigail Prolman. Michaela Julio. Now I'd like to welcome Ms. Heather McKillop.
Yvonne Quiros. Dristan Ramadan. Brandon Rella. Haley Rios. Ashley Roberts. Natasha Roberts. Julian Rodriguez Romano. Hafet Rodriguez II. Madison Rowe. Aaliyah Marie Rupke. Henry Rogel. Matthew Roscoe. Cody Roscoe. Zachary Rowe. Alyssa Rowell. Alana Ruiz. Dustin Ryan. Peyton Ryan. Ashley Sage. Sydney? Rebecca Sampson. Natasha Sanchez Colon. Eddie Santiago. Noelia Santos Paredes. Nicholas Scalera. Irving Scales III. Lauren Schuck. Alexis Schiller. Isabella Schuler. Zitlali Serrano Garcia. Erin Sewell. Ryan Sheehan. Maxwell Shepard. Zoya Sylvia. Stephen Simons. Kaylee Sipple. Benjamin Sitar. Stephen Smaha. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. Jordan Smith. Kaylin Smith. Nicholas Smith. Maitha Solis. Ronald Soto. Sarah St. Pierre. Michaela Staunches. Steele Stratton. Maria Schultz. Declan Sullivan. Noah Sullivan. Riley Sullivan. Tiana Texera. Jason Tetlow. Jordan Terrial. Benjamin Thompson. Layla Torres. Grace Trabucchi. Trevor Turmel. Simon T-Senge. Emily Valcourt. Juan Valencia Gaviria. Taina Vargas. Christian Vasquez Ticas. Jaylene Velasquez. Stephen Vertigans. Jocelyn Villavicencio. Sophia Wabel. Matthew Wall. Matthew Wallace. Joseph Wangu. Marcus Watts. Colton Welch. Bethany Weller. Dustin Wheaton Jr. Emerald Wilson. Alexis Wilson Bugg. Matthew Woodsworth. Sharon Wu. Anthony Zamiello. Sheena Zapata.
Seniors, please watch your class president, Patrick Gillis, as you stand together as a class one last time. By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Superintendent and Nashua Board of Education, I now confirm and recognize you as Nashua North High School graduates. Seniors, please move your tassels from right to left. I now present the class of 2019 from Nashua High School North. I ask at this time that all staff begin to position yourselves for the students to exit to the right of the stage. Graduates, I ask you to think back on your first day of school 4 years ago when you entered North as a freshman and were greeted by teachers and staff members. Today, you will have that same chance to pass through some of the same teachers and staff members from whom you spent the past 4 years. This time, however, will be different. We will be applauding, congratulating, and saying goodbye to you as you begin your next chapter of your life. Congratulations to the class of 2019.
Thank you.